Dude, they're listening. They're listening. But yeah, this card. It's Chinese fella versus Steve Garcia. Odds are to be determined, or not yet determined, or not available. One of the two. I can't recommend a fighter on this one, if I'm honest. Now, Ignacio Bahamondes versus Trey Ogden. Chile versus the United States. Again, odds are not available for this, but... Okay, so wait, doing that. What? Why has this happened? Can you show me info? No? Okay. Cynthia Calvillo versus Dupi Godinez. That'd be a good fight, I'm sure. Gerald Messerschmidt. Meerschwet. Gerald, GM5 versus Joe Fire. Now, so we got odds now going into this Sophia Cup. Okay, so getting into this one, we start having odds. Fire was a big prospect allegedly. So GM5 is our guy. I guess that's because he's a gamer, right? What's he do? That's Foot versus... Which... No, that's not Big Silver, and that's not Anderson. Dominic versus Dominic Cruz. Like, Dominic versus Marlon. Dominic. Steve. Bruno Silva. Yeah, I guess GM5, he's rated to win, like. But then if Fire's a big prospect, and it might take some money, minus 175, so what's that? You bet 1,000, you get 1,175 back. We'll get some sponsors eventually. That happens that, and then, okay, so that's the early prelims going. Now, for the start of the prelims, we have our guy, Chris Barnett. This man front flips, if I remember correctly. This man does front flips. It lands on his arse. It landed straight on his fucking arse. Wow. It's excellent. It's beautiful to see. Against Chase Sherman, another one of our guys. Now, minus 225, that's quite good money. I don't know. Maybe? Is that minus 225 mean he's the underdog? He's a great heavyweight. Yeah, I would have none of that. None of that, mate. None of that. Come on now. Come on. Should be a good fight. I can't remember much of Chase's style as such. I can't remember much of Chris's style, but why do I remember him like choking people? I don't know why, but I remember him like being able to get around people quite easily, as in like grapple around people. But I don't know. We'll see. This fight I'm quite interested in. Michelle Waterson Gomez. If it happens, if I have to cut my hair and taking her photo into the shop, into the barber, saying, "Bro, just do this. Thank you." Against Luana Pinheiro. Great. Michael Chiesa versus Li Jin Liang, the man with the suit. I heard that this was cancelled because this man is injured. Or not well. I might have been getting baited by Paulo. But, I don't know. I think that's out there. I mean, it is... So, it's 30th of March. We will now investigate what we have just said. I don't know. Yeah, it's looking more likely. Spinal injury allegedly. Shame. Yeah, that would have been a good fight to watch. I mean, that's on the prelims as well. Now, main event of prelims, you've got Chris Curtis versus Kelvin. Kelvin is our guy. He will always be our guy. Big shouts out to Kelvin Gastelum. Now, start the main card. Val versus Junior versus Christian Rodriguez. This man looks interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. He looks like a nice fella, and I'd much like to buy him a beer. But isn't he only like 12 or something? Like, isn't he only like legitimately 15? Not 15, but you know, I think he's only like 19 or something. You know what? Just click on his name. Let's do some learning. El Nino Problema. That means a problem. Yeah, he's 7-0. I've heard that he goes 18. I heard that he goes to the Sorbonne language of Institute for Languages. And he debuted like late last year. And yeah, it's like people was already like, this guy. I don't know where he came from and whatnot, but 7 wins. Is he a not contender series? Looking for a fight guy. I don't know. Favorite grappling technique, rear naked check. Okay, so maybe he's a striker though. Maybe. Okay, no, he's not. He's a submission guy. He's a striker. 4 wins by submission. You dickhead. Shut up. Why do I talk? He's a striker. Fucking hell. No, he's not. How wronger could you be? Moron. Okay, so that's starting after the main card. I think it should be good fun. I don't know much about this Mr. Rodriguez. Money's on him. Well, I mean yeah. So wait, plus 195 means that he's Val's the underdog here. I believe that's what it means. Interesting that we haven't got any odds to these. Interesting. Okay, so plus means underdog, minus is favourite. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. I mean, it's not really interesting. I'm not gonna bet. We don't have enough money. Actually, we might do for this one. Do a nice little lucky. Get a nice little lucky up, yes, lad. Way. So yeah, following up that we have Kevin Holland versus Santiago Ponzinibbio. Minus his favourite. Kevin Holland is the favourite in this one. Great. I don't know why, like, fellas that look like Santiago looks like they're just able to kill to pacify anyone they want. Like, just the ears. I know there's the whole thing about cauliflower ears. If you see someone with cauliflower ears, do not fuck with them. Because they got them for a reason. They got them from getting their ears going. Like, that's another man putting their wrists on your ears like that and their head and fucking grinding and shit. Yeah, I mean, if there's people like that, if you see that, it's like, disengage. Look, bro, I'm sorry, yeah. I'm sorry. I fucked up. I'm stupid. I apologise. Remember when Wonder Man fucked up Holland? Not really. Was it recently? Yes, it was recently. Nah, dude, I don't remember that far back. I apologise. I mean, quite similar record. Santiago's been out for a while. I thought Karen was the veteran here, but allegedly not. Could be a fight. Could be fine. What else we got? Okay, up next we have Rob Font versus Adrian Yanez. Yanes? What you got? Oh yeah, I remember Pont. I know Pont. Pont is still a guy. He's Oh wow. That's cool. Yeah, Rob Font versus Adrian Yanez. Rob Font he is our guy. He is one of our guys. He's a gamer, to the best of my knowledge. So I got Rob for this one. But Adrian, I also know of. So yeah, I'll watch this fight. Looks quite even. Rob may have more of the experience, but this looks like Masada's little brother. I mean, that leads us in next to a great next fight, doesn't it? Gilbert Burns versus Jorge. This is an interesting fight. I watched a clip of Ariel Helwani's MMA Hour the other day, and Jorge was talking mad shit, as he always does. God bless him, he has the right to be able to do that. Nobody can take that away from him, and I will not be one of those people who takes that away from him, because I'm not stupid. But one thing he said, he was like, look, listen, whoever's talking about shit, whoever gets the people talking about you the most, it's like that's the person who will eventually fight for the title. So really there seems to be like a triangle. Jorge doesn't seem to be thinking about Gilbert very much, which I think is what explains these odds. Masvidal's thinking about Leon. He's thinking about Leon in July. He's thinking about Colby. He's thinking about whatever's happening there. Of course he's focusing on this fight, from what I can gather, but then at the same time it's like, bro, what are we on about here? Oh, I should just do this, shouldn't I? But Burns, is he chinny? Who was he against last? Well, I don't know. He's fought this year. Mas could him him. He could go sleep. But let's be real, do you really see that happening? You're making the implication that I remember those fights. But then didn't Gilbert take Kazmat to decision? So I don't know. It's an interesting fight. There's an interesting fight. I don't know, like, what. I mean, it's been. I don't want to talk shit, but it's been more than a year. How are you getting this fight and then like campaigning for a fucking title shot against whoever wins Leon versus Colby? He's 38, he's got his own promotion, he's got tequila sponsorships. He's got whatever he's doing in the streets. Calm it down, fella. Calm it down. I love you. Like, he's done great stuff. Him versus Nate was like pretty great. Him like do it with Ben Askren was alright, and like the transformation that he was doing like previous to that, like when he was leading up to Ben Askren stuff. Of course, the incident in London, like 2019 was it? Might have even been early 2020. Yeah, of course it was 2019, but that was a year. When was the Conor Buss thing? Conor Buss thing was around that time as well. Please don't say I'm wrong. Conor Buss. 2018. 4 years is a long time. I'm on the wrong side of 30 and I've just earned it last year. My back started out for no reason the other day. I'm like, But it's like you had the kind of bus. I've just looked it up. It's 2018. I feel like a fool. But you had that thing in 2018, and then in 2019 you had whatever the fuck you had. He's made a lot of money for himself. He's made a lot of talking and word and name for himself. And if you combine that, great. And to be fair, he's been able to back it up with like what he was able to do. But then he has taken 2 quite heavy ones pretty recently. Well, not recently, about a year ago. Oh, his last 2 fights. His last 2 fights were pretty heavy fights, and I don't think Gilbert is the person to be going up against when you've just lost 2 in a row. You need to come back to get like a decent fight. And yeah. So I don't know who won that. Gilbert will probably win that, but I'd love to see Masvidal win it. It'd be great. Right. Main event. It's Adesanya versus Alex Pereira. Alex Potan? Potan? I want to get to his thing. Powhatan. Yeah, he's a scary guy, dude. Excuse me. People like him, Jerry, they are scary, scary people. Adesanya's favourite. No. No way. That's good money, that is. That's good money. Yeah, I don't see this changing. I see Alex winning this pretty decisively as well. I think he's had a couple more fights with him quite recently. He's gonna have gained more knowledge based on what Izzy does. I mean, likewise on the other side as well, Israel's going to have to gain more knowledge on what Pereira does. But I mean, like, we saw the last fight. We've seen the kickboxing fights. They've played it before every one of their fights, like in the promos and whatnot. It's yeah. Alex wins this, and then the interesting thing is who up against Alex next. But I guess we'll see on that one. Now, there's something I want I want to go on about. Like my friend, here again, we'll talk about UFC London Part 2. Allegedly, Bisping on his YouTube shouts out to Michael Bisping. I came and I watched him in UFC 204 in Manchester. We were there at fucking 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning in the Manchester Evening News Arena. Mental. Loved it. Would love to do it again. Just saying. Hint. But on one of his YouTube broadcasts, I think it might have been like an interview of Colby. Like they were talking about oh yeah, no, it was like July. Like Colby was talking shit about Leon, and he was like, July. I want July. Now, here's the thing, right? UFC always put on a card event July the 4th. Because, of course, America. And there's no way in hell that card is going to be in England. Bisping was like, oh yeah, do you think it would be on a card in England? And Colby was like, I don't know, maybe. And of course, Leon is the champ, so Leon does have some say. But Leon doesn't want... I think it's Leon doesn't want someone. I don't know. Talk about that in a later broadcast. But yeah, so maybe there's going to be another UFC in the UK this year. But I don't think it'll be a big one, because the main big pay-per-view event for July would be... What would it be? Excuse me. Oh, we can't even get there. Was MMA fighting? Shouts out to the internet. What you say? Yeah, that's the thing. Oh yeah, okay, we're not even anywhere close, so... Schedule. 27. April. May. So we're only up to May yet. Yeah, I think it will be something like Aspinall versus someone. Like, it... I mean... They typically have a card like the second week, like the second weekend of July. So if we say that it's going to be, they might do the 7th. Actually, no, they could do the 1st. They could do the 8th. That's either side of July the 4th. Now, UFC 288 is May the 6th. So then I imagine 289 is June the 3rd. And then they'll do 290, maybe July the 1st. Or they'll save it until July the 8th. Now, either one of those is when allegedly they're going to come to London. Or somewhere around here. 1st, 8th, 15th, or the 22nd. So I don't know. There's probably going to be a title fight around then. Who knows where it'll be. We might get shafted again, because the one after 204 was UFC 205. And... I don't know. Conor versus Eddie. Imagine if we had that in the UK. But to be fair, I think it was the first one in Madison Square Garden. That was a banger card as well. Now imagine if we had that in Manchester either. Yeah. And it would have been correct as well, because Conor, you have got Joanna and Karina, and like a lot of Parish in the UK. That's about it. They would have sold out wherever they want in the UK. But yeah. How about covers? UFC 287. Thank you. Hab. Excellent.